Known as the millennial generation, or Gen Y, usually defined as someone who became an adult in the 21st century. The big influence: technology, social media, and now millennials are starting to move up that corporate ladder. Joining me now is Mark Lanfear. He's the Vice President at Kelly Services. I actually met him last week at an event about attracting and engaging millennials. So you're kind of like an expert on the generational shift of the workforce. But we want to know, what's this big deal? Baby boomers moving out, millennials are moving in. Why are people all riled up about it?
Yeah, and it's hard for anybody to be an expert on this group, but I really appreciate being here this morning. And the millennials are really interesting because they're already taking such a large part of the workforce. They're already one in three workers, and I think the difference in this generation is that it's happening so fast. We see the silver tsunami where everyone is retiring very quickly right now, and folks got to take control of the wheel, and they're new maybe to the company or the industry that they're in, and it's just a really exciting time for them to contribute.
Absolutely. So what are some of the key differences between the millennials and, say, the baby boomers or Gen Xers?
Yeah, so people are balancing out sort of the pros and cons of it, but part of it is the desire for millennials to want to accomplish right away, and this can be a really great thing. In the previous generations, you sort of looked at your career and you knew it was going to take 10 years, and you were taking all these steps to go along. Millennials, for the great part of it, and really technology-driven folks, want to come in and accomplish and drive your company to its goals as quickly as possible. And so there's a balance in dealing with that, and it's really incumbent upon the employer to do it,
And what do millennials look for in employers that kind of attract them and keep them there?
Yeah, so a company like Kelly is old Detroit original, right? Been around 70 years, and so we've done a lot of research to see that, because a lot of our clients want to know the answer to how do we get them engaged, or how do we get accomplished out of them. The big open workforce areas, so when you go to a whole floor in your company where folks can interact with one another real easily, that's what one of the things they're looking for. It's not just about fun though at work. It's millennials see the mountain, but they just want to climb it as fast as they can, and it is about accomplishing. And so to engage folks, it's moving around projects and things like this, making sure their interests are found, but also it's great. I kind of see it as agencying them, right? They can touch this client, they can touch that client, they touch one company and the next, and move from place to place to really, I guess, contribute the most.
So it's okay if you lose them. You shouldn't be so focused on losing them, but just how to get the most out of them while they're there.
Yeah, one of the big things that's talked about a lot with millennials is how you retain them, because that's what we've looked at with other generations. Pensions and things like that have kept people in a, as our parents used to say, like a good job. It's okay to let folks come in and contribute, be a part of everything that's going on, kind of get the energy of the sun off of them, and if they want to go on to another company and do the same thing and help them, well, geez, that's a good thing too. So, especially in STEM areas, as you were talking about, the technology, really helpful to companies as well as the millennials.
Mark, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Great insight, and this millennial is sending it back to you guys, Alicia.